Harpik, what do we mean by SDGs? I think all of you in the audience are familiar. You worked on a project. But Harpik, could you tell us, what do we mean by SDGs?
Sustainable Development Goals were actually set up by the UN back on January 1st, 2016. Now, what is the purpose of these 17 goals? Well, these 17 goals act as a blueprint for everyone to our environment as well as the... I would say that the Sustainable Development Goals are more like an action plan that we students, all of the youth that are sitting here in this auditorium, teachers and professionals can all use in order to create awareness and even take some action against global problems such as climate change and global warming. So this is the importance of SDGs.
Okay, so now we heard a bit about what the Sustainable Development Goals are. I have a question for all of you. We have these 17 goals. Can anyone tell us how much time is left for us to achieve these goals? I hear some answers.
Okay.
All right, we have some answers from over here. We have 2030. That is correct. Great job.
That's
Can
good.
we have a huge round of applause?
Good job.
We have time until the year 2030. That is about 8 years from now, once January begins. And we must work together in solidarity to act towards achieving these goals. We only wanted to focus on 3 of these goals in today's session. 2 of them are related to the environment, but one of them is also related to your future development and is probably the most important thing we will be talking about. But first, let's start with our first goal, and I'm not going to tell you the name. I want to hear from all of you. This is SDG number 15. Does anyone remember what is the name of the goal number 15? Please yell it out loud.
Go ahead.
If you do remember, SDG number 15. All right, if you don't know, let me give you a clue. What's related to land? Can anyone remember it now?
Life on land. Good job.
It is the life on land. And we're going to cover just 2 topics under this goal. And we're going to start with the idea of deforestation and about trees specifically.
We all know that deforestation is a really big problem, but we want to cover something simple that is trees. Now, I have a question for everyone. What is the fundamental reason behind planting trees? Why do we plant trees?
We all hear that a good solution to protecting our environments and improving our environments is planting trees. But have you ever thought, why do we actually plant trees in the first place? I would like 1 volunteer from this column to please come up, and 1 volunteer from this column to come up and tell us, yeah, trees plant panaram. A very fundamental reason. Can I have 1 volunteer from here and 1 volunteer from here? Please give a huge round of applause and encourage the volunteers coming up. We would like 1 volunteer from here. Why do we plant trees? Any answer is accepted. We want to see at least 1 of you come up.
1 volunteer.
All right, till this side is encouraged and motivated, we will hear from you. Why do you think we plant trees?
We are planting trees for oxygen.
We are planting trees for oxygen. Great, let's hold on to that. Can we have 1 volunteer from this side come up quickly?
Any 1 volunteer.
Don't worry, your answer does not have to be correct at all. Can we have 1 more volunteer come up? All right, we do have volunteer. Please give a huge round of applause.
Round of applause. Good job.
So the answer we had was giving oxygen. Great. And what about you? Why do you think we plant trees in the first place?
Soil fertility. It improves the soil fertility. So,
all right, wonderful.
Okay.
So we had soil fertility. Okay, can we give a huge round of applause to these 2 students who came up and volunteered to speak a few words and to share their answers? Great job. You may go back to your seats. So we're going to talk about one specific reason, that is, trees, yes, they give us oxygen, but did you all know that trees are called as carbon sinks? There's a very interesting term. Trees are called as carbon sinks. What do we mean by carbon sinks?
Carbon sinks is a very simple word. Eloricum, in the process of photosynthesis there, trees, they take in that carbon dioxide and then they release that oxygen. And what trees actually do is they store that carbon dioxide in their trunk for millions and millions of years. This is why they are called carbon sinks. And what's threatened in this process is deforestation. When we cut down any tree, for that matter, all that carbon dioxide gets released back into the atmosphere, which pollutes our earth.
So it's pretty simple. Trees are like sponges. They suck in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and they store it within them for hundreds and hundreds of years. But then comes human activities like deforestation, and when we cut down these trees, what are we doing? The carbon dioxide is just coming back into the atmosphere. So now you know a good reason why we say plant more trees. We need more sponges to trap all of that carbon dioxide that's going into our atmosphere and then contributing to global warming and then issues like climate change. So now a solution to this problem of deforestation or cutting down of trees is simple: afforestation. And I must point out over here that this amazing college has already implemented this solution. When we arrived and we took a tour around the amazing Miyawaki forest, we also went around other great initiatives like the wastewater management plant, and we heard about so many more initiatives like solar-powered energy and biogas. All of these initiatives mean that you have already taken step number 1 in terms of working towards the protection of our environment. All right, but let's not stop here. The solution to deforestation, we wanted to give you a term. That term is something called green campuses. This college or institution is definitely a green campus. But why did I say campuses? Because you as an institution, filled with thousands of amazing students, you have the power to work together and to unite and set a role model for other colleges and institutions in this city, then in the country, then across the world. And we want you to take that step. We want you to inspire other students in other colleges, starting with tree plantations, promoting awareness on these things. So can I hear from all of you, can you just repeat this one statement, that is, we will transform green campuses, stressing on the plural. Can we hear it from all of you?
We will transform green campuses.
The energy is a bit low. Can we increase it? We will transform green campuses.
Wonderful.
All right, I think the energy is increasing as I mention it, but great job. It's good that you're trying to take part, but we want the energy to go from here to up here.